Okay, hello everyone and welcome. Welcome to the continuation of my Metal Gear Solid 5 playthrough. This is the pre-stream. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. DSP here, of course. Who else were you expecting? Who else did you think would be streaming here on my DSPGaming channel? Perhaps you were, very, very misinformed. You thought someone else would be here. But, alright, so, hello and welcome. Today we're continuing Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm excited because, apparently, from what I'm to understand, we're about to head into a really high-octane part of the game. Lots of story development, lots of interesting stuff. Apparently, the game is about to change in a little bit. I guess people are saying it's going to be, Chapter 2, in which there's a lot of side content style missions that I don't need to do, but there's also some that I need to do if I want to see the true ending of the game. I'm still debating what I'm going to do in order to get the true ending, because a lot of people are saying you definitely should get the true ending. And I'm okay with that. The problem being, though, is that they want you, apparently you have to play a ton of these audio tapes in order to get it, and I haven't played any of them. Seriously, I seriously did absolutely none of them, because, I'll be honest here, if they are story elaboration, it's probably the most piss-poor story elaboration, being that previous Metal Gear Solid games had cutscenes, right? Whether it was a story-based cutscene, whether it was a cutscene where it's like the two characters are talking via the communications screen, you know, the typical, the two little faces talking back and forth. That's like the quintessential, iconic part of Metal Gear, and it's not in this game. For whatever reason, they decided to go with some kind of, you know, these tapes that you're supposed to play and listen to get extra story elaboration. Now, I just, you know, I knew the game was long. I knew the game was so long that I decided I was just going to play the game. You know what I mean? I wasn't really focused on listening to a million tapes during the course of the game. And now I'm hearing that basically it's going to come back to bite me, because if I don't play these tapes, I can't unlock the real, true, final story mission, and I'll be in the dark and I won't know what's going on. Now, I had a little discussion with people on my forums the other day, and I don't know what to do. Some people are saying, well, you know, you're going to have to do it, but, you know, but it's going to be an incredibly boring stream if you just sit there for like 3 hours playing these tapes. Other people are like, well, you know, it has to be done. Maybe you could play them during other missions. Like, maybe you could do side content missions and play the tapes during that. Other people are like, well, no, because if you do that, then you're going to be distracted from the missions, because you're going to be not listening to the... Either you'll be listening to the dialogue and not paying attention to the mission, or vice versa. So I have no idea. I have honestly no idea what to do here in regards to these tapes that supposedly are in the game and I need to play to get the true ending. I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens, right? Right now, I'm more concerned with just playing the game and enjoying the gameplay of the game than unlocking all these tapes and playing these tapes. It just sounds so stupid. Well, you have to play 100 tapes, audio tapes. It's like, think of it this way. Think of it like you're playing a game where the story is unlocked in the audio logs, which happens in a lot of games, typically survival horror, excuse me. Usually unlock in that method, well, not unlock, excuse me. They don't unlock, but the story elaboration and stuff happens because of these audio logs or files. I just played a game, Until Dawn, where if you didn't grab the clues, right, in the game, you probably didn't understand half the story of the game. But, that being said, you could still get the whole game, you know? It's not like, oh, you had to, you didn't get the true ending of the game if you didn't read all the story, you know, clues. No, you know, you still got the same scenes, the same gameplay. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm more concerned with the game itself, the gameplay, playing the game, getting through the game. From what I'm to understand, I am finally kind of approaching the end game. We are nearing the end game. And I did get more information on the game since the last time I played. A lot of people have explained to me how to get these secret ending is to do everything in yellow. So every story-based mission that showed up as yellow, all the side content missions that showed up as yellow, of which I have one right now, where I'm supposed to do a fight against Eli, a rematch from when I originally captured him. So I really only have one of those right now. I don't know if more are going to appear. I think they probably will as we progress the story here. But yeah, we're about to start episode 29. And it was funny because it's kind of really getting exciting in that regard. It's just getting very exciting in regards to the stuff happening in the game. The last mission I just did, first there were skulls that were trying to hunt me down. Then I had to sneak into a mansion and I found the old guy whose name is eluding me right now. I know he had a code name and I forgot the code name. And he basically elaborated and explained everything going on with this virus that's killing everyone back at Mother Base. And then we had a big mission, or a big finale where I had to grab him and run out of there while everyone was turning into zombies, which was quite crazy. That was pretty awesome, pretty epic ending. So, pretty interesting. And in that regard, you know, I liked it a lot. I think that it's picked up a lot. Certainly that first, I'll be honest, the first week I was playing the game, I was very unimpressed. I really was. I thought that the game, at that point, was maybe getting overhyped, because I didn't see what was so good about the game. I thought the game was a lot of repetitive grinding. But after, you know, sticking with it now, and now we're entering week, you know, we are in week 3, basically, of me playing it as of today, I really like the game. I just wish that it had been at that high enough level at the beginning to keep people interested. I mean, a game like Metal Gear Solid 4, right? Every single mission had meaning because there wasn't a lot of gameplay. You know what I mean? Like, there was so little going on, so limited in the realm of gameplay in Metal Gear Solid 4, and there were so many cutscenes that when you actually got to the gameplay, it was very meaningful. Here it's like, well, there's a ridiculous overabundance of gameplay, so when I started playing the game, it really didn't feel like any of the side missions I was doing to start really had any kind of significance. But now I know, of course, that they did, because, you know, all that time you were building up resources, you were building up staff, you were building up so that you could unlock all this important stuff later on in the game. But now that I'm in later on in the game, I'm actually very much enjoying it. I hope that's coming through in the videos. Even when I'm raging at a mission or two where there's silly stuff going on, I certainly hope that it's coming across that I am enjoying the game, because I absolutely am. And I think I would be very hard-pressed, and I'd really be a dick and not be looking at the game objectively if I said this was not one of the best games of 2015. I mean, I'd have to be an asshole. Just a lying asshole. It absolutely is one of the best games of the year. Is it Game of the Year? Will remain to be seen, you know. We had some great games so far this year. Bloodborne, in particular, is the one that kind of sticks out for me as a game that's a Game of the Year contender. And, you know, we got some pretty heavy hitters coming up. Fallout 4 coming up, excuse me. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and I know a lot of people will snicker at that, but being that it is the game from Treyarch, and they always do a great job with it, and it's going to apparently be one of the best ones in years. I think that has some great potential. You know, there's a lot of other games that could possibly be way better than we expected, like Assassin's Creed Syndicate or Halo 5, or who knows? You know, who knows what's going to happen? Star Fox? I don't know. Well, I'm just saying, it'll be very interesting. It'll be very, very interesting to see what's going to happen for the rest of this year. But I'm liking Metal Gear Solid 5 a lot. I won't say I love it, but I like it. And that's why I'm pressing on with this incredibly long playthrough, as long as the game is. So, we're going to be playing for around 2.5 to 3 hours today on stream. Okay? FYI, excuse me, I'm still battling this fucking cold, as you can hear. But it's getting better. It is better than it was, anyway. I'm choking, but not as much. It's not as annoying, but it is pretty annoying still. So just a forewarning. Yes, you'll probably still hear me choking and clearing my throat and doing such. Oh, excuse me. But, yeah, I will be playing this again this coming Thursday, FYI. Now, there's been a change to the schedule. I'm not going to be playing Metal Gear Solid 5 tomorrow, because apparently people are enjoying my gameplay of Mario Maker, of all things. Super Mario Maker might be the sleeper hit of the hardcore gaming season so far, because I really wasn't expecting much of anything out of this game, and so far, the 2 sessions I've played of the game, I had insane amounts of fun. Like, just insane amounts of fun. And I'm loving the game, and I cannot wait to play it again, quite honestly. So, I played on Friday, I played it yesterday, and yesterday I had the opportunity to do the 100 Mario Challenge, which is basically you just playing random stages created by other people in a playlist. And it's really awesome, and I had a ton of fun with it, and I'm actually looking forward to playing more. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be doing more Mario Maker, and tomorrow's session of Mario Maker, FYI, is going to be me playing viewer-created stages. I got about, at this point, I think about 10 people who sent me their own created stages that they want to see me play, and I'm very eager to try these stages out. So tomorrow I'm going to be exploring all viewer-created stages, which should be a really fun stream, so I hope you'll join me for that tomorrow here. Same time, same place. Tonight, my second stream is going to be Mad Max, and yes, tomorrow my second stream will be Mad Max. So there will be a significant amount of progress in that, around 4 hours or so, just in the next few days, okay? And this Thursday night, my podcast, Hate Live, finally returns after a month's hiatus. We've got tons to talk about. We're going to be talking about all the games I've been playing recently. We're going to talk about the YouTube copyright strike system. I am going to reveal to you information about it that really has not been made public or just was not understood by a lot of people. So if you watch the podcast, you're going to fully understand YouTube's copyright system. Probably, it's funny, so much information, misinformation. Still, there's YouTubers way bigger than me that I see tweet and make videos about YouTube's copyright system, and they're completely wrong. So we'll explain a little bit about that. There's also a court ruling that just happened in regards to the copyright system that we're going to talk about. There's all this gaming news this week with regards to DLCs for Witcher and Bloodborne and another Kingdom Hearts collection and all this stuff going on to discuss. It's going to be a very fun podcast, so I certainly hope that you will join me Thursday night for the Hate Live podcast. It's going to be great, okay? And Friday's still a little bit up in the air. I'm not sure if I'm going to play more Metal Gear or if it's going to be more Mario Maker. I guess I'll play it by ear and we'll see. If it's not Metal Gear Friday, if it is more Mario Maker, then that means the weekend will be Metal Gear focused, okay? The only other thing I really want to say, and I want to get started, I want to do it in this incredibly long pre-stream here, is I want to talk a little bit about Patreon. So this is my gratuitous plug segment. So if you don't want to hear it, plug your ears or leave the room or go put your head in the toilet. I don't know. Do whatever you need to do. But, yes, patreon.com/DarksidePhil. I'm excited for the month of September because right now patrons are nominating what indie games I'm going to be playing at the end of this month or early October. At this point, it looks like it's that Indie Games Mini Marathon, which is happening because we hit our goals in the month of August, is either going to happen the final week of September or early in October, like maybe October 2nd. Because of this month is a weird month. It's like a shorter month, the way the weeks are set out. So I might do it like in very early October. But I'm excited for that. But for the month of September, our top goal for Patreon, if I can hit $1,250 of funding overall in the month of September, we're going to be doing a Halloween Marathon Special, which $5 pledges will be able to nominate and vote on what game or games I'll be playing on Halloween. And I'm excited because I haven't done a Halloween special in years. And I think this is a really awesome thing that we'll be able to do as a result of Patreon. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope that people will consider, pledging so that we can get that going. But also, of course, to get all the private perks that you get for pledging to Patreon, including text and verbal shout-outs and thank yous. Getting your questions answered on Ask the King, which, by the way, is scheduled for October 1st, 2015, if you were wondering when the next episode of that's going to happen. You can also get t-shirts, you can get private Q&A videos, you can get, be a part of an upcoming special for either Thanksgiving, which is going to be more multiplayer focused, or Christmas, which will be more of a holiday feel-good special. So, lots of stuff coming up as a result of Patreon, and I certainly hope all of you appreciate all of you who have pledged already, and I hope that many of you would consider joining if you like the content. If you like my daily streams, you like my videos, you want to see me be able to do this in the long term, you want to see me be able to improve my content. In fact, as of right now, we're about halfway to raising all the funds needed to buy a new camera, which I've been trying to, you know, raise funds for since about June. By the end of the year, I'm hoping we can raise enough and I can get a really nice camera so that next year I can delve into new series and vlogs and stuff like that that look and sound a lot better. So we shall see. Alright. Alright, so that's pretty much it, everybody. Let's get started with Metal Gear Solid 5. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for joining me. Episode 29 we're starting with. I don't know how it's going to go. Sounds like it's going to be an epic firefight against the Skulls. Which, you know, I'm thinking of going in more heavy artillery than anything else. But we'll see what happens with that. And, alright, without further ado, let us go ahead. And, let's get started with Metal Gear Solid 5. Very nice.